and welcome to the Primal Discourse podcast. Today's hosts, Spencer, Leo, and Jordan. And I'll
Yay!
start us off with a question. Yeah, hey. I was thinking, how do you guys, what is your definition of a friend? Like
Oh,
someone who's your friend?
Oh,
dude, what the fuck? What a way to start a podcast. Okay. Holy shit.
that's a
Yeah,
very good
actually,
for
good question.
All
question.
right, well,
Yeah.
Jordan, I'm gonna let you take the floor first, cause God, I gotta think about mine. I got a broad explanation for that.
hmm See, that's an interesting one. I've been thinking about what it really means to be a friend in this day and age.
Mhm.
First, I think whatever it was, like maybe 20 years ago or so, I think the definition of a friend has gotten a lot more loose since then. So far, I consider just people that I hang out with and am relatively open with, just comfortable being around. I consider those people friends.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay, well, damn, you just kind of took a little bit of my answer, but okay, that's fine. I was
I
about to
guess
say,
the reason, yeah.
no, no,
Okay.
go
Do,
ahead, go
do you
ahead.
have the same? I was gonna say, I feel like most of the people you meet in your life, you're gonna meet them either through work or school, or you're gonna be introduced to them by like family or your friends.
Right.
So to me, I define somebody as a friend as I choose to meet with this person outside of the place where I like first interacted with them. So let's
Oh,
say I met somebody at school, and then after school, I'm like, hey, do you want to hang out and go see a movie, or like come to my house and play some video games, or like do something other than the original reason we met? Like if my brother introduces me to one of his friends, and I only see that person whenever I'm hanging out with my brother, I'm not really friends with that person. That
mhm.
person is friends with my brother, and I see them when I'm hanging out with my brother. And I'm wondering, am I we like? Do people agree with me or do they disagree with me?
Oh, I mean, it's
Mhm.
such a. Oh my god, dude, that fucking topic got me off guard. Actually had to had to think about it because I agree and disagree in some way. I agree that the fact that I like the concept of once you meet someone outside where you guys originally meet, that's like you meet up in a new place where you like for example you meet up the first time in school and then you meet up again because like obviously you organize meeting up with someone. You don't just like, I mean, I guess you have the chance to bump into someone, but if it's like, hey, we went to Jordan's party, I remember you and you remember me, and we both know we're going to a party. Does that mean we're friends? I like that, but I do
Mhm.
think that friend is such a broad statement because speaking of my personal like experience like making friends and all that stuff, it's hard, but at the same time, what does one consider really a friend, right? For me, it's more like when you share the laugh and you share the pain with that person, when you share an intimate moment. I'm not saying like you have to be romantically intimate with that someone, but it's like, what's up?
Nothing.
No, I was
The
thinking
intimate moment.
by intimate moment, I mean like you share something deep, dark
Yeah, yeah,
secret or something like that, right? But at the same time,
yeah.
wouldn't that like doesn't that make any no difference to like a person that is complicit to murder or something or of a crime? Because like think about it. If I rob a bank and I say, Jordan, listen, I need you to do me a solid. I listen. You don't know me as well. I don't know you as well. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I rob a bank. Now you're complicit, right? So what makes you any
Okay.
different? Does that make you a friend?
Yeah, because like I feel like I could be like, oh man, this really traumatic thing happened to me,
Yeah.
and I share like this super deep stuff with people. But I can
Mm.
share it with people at work. I'm not
Yeah.
friends with those people. I just work with them, right? Like, or somebody could share something with you, and you're like, okay, cool, wow, what a great story, and
God,
you're not like friends with them. They just told you something.
God
Mm.
damn it, dude. This topic is just so broad. It's so hard to answer. It's like,
Mhm.
come on, man. We all have friends. We're all friends here. But at the same time, how does one describe a friend, right? I mean, because the thing is, I would like to say like a friend is a individual you make time for, or vice versa. But at the same time, that's the
Ooh.
same thing as parents. Parents make
There
time.
is
You're
there's
not.
a really interesting there's
Yeah.
a really interesting thing I heard about was prioritizing time. So whenever somebody says, "Oh, I don't have time to do something,"
Oh,
it's not that they don't have time, it's that it's not a priority, right?
Mm.
damn.
So if somebody says, right? So like if someone's like, "Oh, I'm really busy this week, I can't hang out with you." It's not that they're really busy and can't hang out, it's that they prioritize whatever other stuff they're doing. So if they're like, "I'm really busy with work."
Yeah.
Maybe they are really busy with work. And
Yeah.
would
That's
you say
fair.
that work is more important than friendships? Like to a certain
Ah.
degree, yes.
Yeah. Who was gonna
I
say?
would say yes to a certain degree.
Mm.
Well, to a certain degree, right?
Okay.
But if someone is like, "Oh, I'm going to this family thing and this other thing," and they're like, "Oh, I can't see you at all this month," and it's like, well, it feels like you're not prioritizing our friendship, right? That kind of segues me into my next question. What's the
Mm.
longest you've ever been without seeing or interacting with someone who you consider to be a friend?
Oh
So like
shit.
they've just been really busy with work and you've been really busy with your life, and because I
But
know
you guys are
like
still
my
friends.
parents it'll be yeah, like
Oh.
you remember going shopping with your mom or something and she's like, "Oh, like this lady and I were in like church knitting club or something, but I
Okay.
haven't seen her in like 3 years," and they start talking and I'm like, "Damn, do I
Mm.
have any friends that I haven't seen in like 3 years, but if I saw them I'd be like, yeah, we're still friends," or is that kind
Uh,
of like dead because of technology almost?
See, oh my God, Jordan, I'm gonna let you answer first again.
I mean, I feel like that's.
Spencer
I
fucking
honestly
got me
feel like
blank
that's an.
today. Holy shit, dude. Such a good
I feel like
topic.
that's an easier question for me to answer because, like, it's not like what you consider a friend. It's like, how long have you been without the person who you consider a friend? And I guess it would be what, like, I don't know, how long was the pandemic?
Oh, like two
Uh,
and a half years ish,
we'll
two to
say
two and a
that
half years.
But
because
okay.
I did see a few of my guys, well, not soon after, maybe like maybe half a year after.
Huh.
But that's only because they were busy with school and work and stuff.
Okay, question.
But we still kept in touch through the group chat though.
Does friend only extend to humans? Cause animals can be friends, right? You
I'd
you
stay
Uh,
with humans, honestly.
oh
I'd stay
you
with
okay.
humans.
God damn
The
it.
animals can't
Fuck.
reach out to you to be like, "Yo, what's up?"
Yeah, I
Like,
guess that's
like
fair.
I have a friend who I made in basically like elementary school,
Okay.
and we were like really good friends, and then he moved to
Oh
Oakville,
fuck.
so we didn't really see each other. Like
Not that
we
far.
hung out in middle school like every like month ish,
Hmm.
maybe like less, because we would have to get our parents to drive out. Like before, I could like walk to his house,
Yeah.
but in middle school, my parents had to drive all the way down there, or he had to drive all the way up here, and it was like a lot harder. And
Yeah.
then in high school, you're like a lot busier. You have a lot more homework.
You
Like
have other
we would hang out
friends.
like a lot like less and less. And then especially when it was like university, like I moved for university, he moved for university, and then he didn't have or like he didn't really use Facebook. And this I don't know. I feel like this is when we I was young and I didn't have Twitter. I still don't have Twitter, but like Twitter wasn't an option really to like stay in touch with people. So we just basically I think he like changed phone numbers and then we just like and the other thing is you're not gonna like text somebody like, "Yo, how was your week, month been?" Right? So
Mm.
Yeah.
we just lost contact and I haven't seen him. But I feel like if he reached out to me on Facebook and he's like, "Yo, I'm in Canada," and he was from South Africa. So if he said, "Yo, I'm in Canada, do you want to hang out?" I
Mm.
would be like, "Yeah, sure," and I would still consider him a friend, even though I probably haven't like I have not even heard from him in at least a decade,
Dude,
Mm.
that
maybe a little less than a decade, but like
that
10 years, and I would still consider him my friend, but maybe
it's
not.
not as
I mean,
close as
oh,
last when you were kids, right?
Yeah, like he could have, like, I don't know, he could have, maybe he killed like three people and I just haven't seen him. So maybe I shouldn't say he's still my friend, but I don't know. He, like, if he reached out to me, I'd be interested in talking to him.
Oh my
Hmm.
god, dude, it's such an odd question. God, I have a hard time talking when it comes to friends, man. Because it's
I
like,
guess it's because the topic is so
no,
broad, right?
it's not that it's not about the broad. It's more like I'm trying to really see it and try to base it on my off my experience, right? Because I don't really, I like Spencer knows this. I have a hard time making friends. It's like I get
Mm.
along with people great, but I don't really consider everyone my friends because that'd be crazy. I would have like a bunch of like hundreds and thousands of friends. I don't want that. I just want like a circle of five maximum. It's like that's it. I'm happy with that. Because it's like
Mhm.
to know someone. Let's say for example, Jordan, I haven't seen you in like 10 years, and then
Yeah.
back before you left or before I move out, before you move out, it's crazy to think that we were that close and then you were gone for just 10 years and we're gonna see each other and then we're just gonna pretend like nothing happened. Like, no, bro. Obviously not everything is not gonna be the same. I would understand that the relationship of having quote unquote being friends is still there, but the whole emotional attachment towards it, I feel like it wouldn't be the same. That's at least how
Hmm.
I see it, right? Because it makes a lot of sense if you think about it. Can't
Yeah,
just
because like 10 years is a lot of
oh, it's
time.
a long
It's
time,
a lot
dude.
to think about, a lot to change and grow.
Yep.
Maybe over those 10 years, you think this person isn't really your friend anymore. Like
Oh
you think
shit.
back to the time that you've had, and you realize, we weren't really that close after all. Like we saw each other almost every day, and we got along pretty well, but we just weren't that close outside of that. Those are the types of things that I think about when it comes to friendship.
Have you guys ever got betrayed by a friend that you thought it was real to you?
I'm fortunate enough to not have had that happen.
Oh, you're lucky then. Damn,
Yeah.
I
dude.
don't think so, or nothing that comes to like recent mind. I can think of like small stuff, but like just like nothing like betrayal level. Like, oh, they probably like talk shit about you after you haven't seen them in 2 years,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I think
Nothing really major.
I think mine was like I have a few, but I'll pick one of like the least. I'll pick one of the least ones. So one the time that I got I got betrayed was like what have you ever shared a secret to someone and you just told them, listen, I'm telling you this because you're the person I trust the most. I don't want anybody knowing about this secret. This means a lot to me and it would hurt, really bad if people find out. And next thing you know,
Mm.
other people start asking you about that secret. Like, oh, what do you mean by that? And it's just like honestly, I wasn't mad at that person. I was mad at myself that the fact that I trusted the wrong person. That's what I was mad at.
Hmm.
Because
I
and like I understand like I could be mad at this person, but what change would that make? Nothing. It already happened. I was just it was basically just a life lesson for me to only know the person you want to open up to only when you spend the most time with them to truly understand what kind of person they are rather than just oh like yeah like we're close. I'm guessing like I could tell this person a very dark moment in my life and I'm let's just hope they don't use it as fuel. Like I don't know. That's why I have a bad experience with making friends. So that's why I just choose not to make friends. I
I
have a
feel
lot of
like
acquaintance.
I feel like when it comes to making friends for me, I choose like I don't choose people who I would consider to even be bad friends
Oh.
because like I'm very particular when it comes to the people that I hang out with. I like to think that I'm sociable enough to where I can make a connection with almost anyone,
Yeah.
unless like we really don't get connect or like they're not talking or there's no back and forth, right? That's usually the bare minimum that I consider.
Mm.
But like as long as we have conversations at all, I think that is a good basis for anything. But if you start showing your true colors like really soon into a relationship, like there was one time actually, sometime last year, where I had known a person for like a bit of high school, right? Maybe like 3 years of high school on and off. And I only really knew them ambiently from other friends. And I
Okay.
figured, hey, I may as well reach out to this person because like it's been a while. I figured, hey, may as well try get some more relationships going. So we plan a trip to go to the CNE. And I'm thinking, I don't really know this person. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm hoping it's going to go decently well. My friends, and I mean this when I say friends, like 3 or 4 guys that I not regularly hang out with, but are just dependable. We were there like on time, to discuss time, way before anyone else. And the person who planned the party with me, she didn't even show up till
Oh, that is so shitty, dude.
like maybe 3 or 4 hours later.
What the fuck?
And it wasn't just her. It was her group of friends too, who didn't communicate in the group chat and just left us hanging. So those
Dude.
people, like I'm honestly glad that she showed true colors like that. I'm glad I only gave her one chance at that because there was no way that I would have wanted to like pick up off of that.
Dude, speaking of chances, would you ever give a bad friend a second chance, or like once your trust is broken, it's like nah, I'm over. I'm done with this.
Mm. Depends on what breaks the trust in most of the time.
Oh
If it's
damn.
something small, like honestly, again, I think I can use this same person because this is really the only person who's like done something that annoying and I've bothered to keep around at all, but not really. So I figured, okay, this was just one time. It didn't really like it was annoying, but I still had fun at the CNE. Plus, there were some other people I knew I could count on. Maybe I'll give her a second chance. And then I just like didn't message her all that much because I had nothing to say. And after a while, I just realized, actually, no, I think I'll just leave it at that. I don't think I really have to continue this anymore. There's no point in trying this.
Yeah, good
There
choice, good
probably is,
choice.
but it's not worth it.
Yeah, man, good choice. Have you guys also have a friend that's like you see them as a good friend, but the people that person hangs out with is questionable.
Hmm.
I don't think so.
Oh, dude. Am I the only one who has like the
I mean,
weirdest type of people around me?
that's the thing though. If I was to pick somebody I know that has weird friends, I've never interacted with their friends,
Yeah.
but they're always like, "Oh man, my friends are weird." It's definitely you, Leo, because you're like, "Oh man, my friends are assholes." I'm like, "Damn."
God damn, I didn't expect that. What a twist.
I mean, you
Yeah.
talk about a friend that's just like, "Yo, I'm coming. Let's drive out to Muskoka because it's 3 a.m. and I want to take pictures of the stars." I'm like, "Damn, I would not do that ever." And you're like, "Well, he asked you." Like, okay.
Hey, man, I like people that are spontaneous. Okay, that's what makes that's what makes life so interesting. Cause it's like you just, I don't know, I just like unexpected things. I mean, unless it's unexpected pregnancy, now that's something I'm not looking forward to. But
Um,
unexpected like fun. Like let's say for example, it's a boring Saturday night. Everybody's out. You're just at home, and a friend of yours just be like, "Hey, yo, Spencer. I know it's a little late, but yeah, you wanna go for a drive? You know, just I just need someone to talk to. Like, would you go out if someone tells you that? If your friend tells you that?
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
Like for me, it's like it's not
be
about
fine.
the part of hanging out. It's the part that I can sense that this person needs someone, and maybe I'm the only one who's available right now. You know. But at the same time,
Yeah.
if you're buying chicken nuggies, I mean, I ain't saying no to that. You pick me up, bro. I'm fucking wearing pajamas. I don't give a fuck. Let's go to McDonald's and get some chicken nuggies. I'll take it.
Like that.
It's funny because you would think that Do you guys also think that time also changes the way we think about certain topics? Like, think about it.
Oh, like as you get older, or what?
No, no, no. Like, just time in general. Like, think about it. Like, 3 in the morning is always the deepest
Oh,
like the type of
oh, you mean
conversation.
time of day?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I should I should have been more specific. Yes, time of day.
Yeah,
Like,
man, for
dude,
sure.
you could we could be hanging out at like 11 in the morning talking about the most random things. It wouldn't mean nothing. But once like 3 a.m. like hops in, the deep questions like the deep questions comes out like, do you think we're alone in the universe? What the fuck, bro? We're playing Call of Duty. What the hell are you talking about? No, no, think about it. I was like,
No,
what?
I, they've done studies on like brain habits and like when your brain is most active and like it basically like fluctuates. Like I think if you wake up at like 8 a.m., your
Yeah.
most productive time of the day where you're like the most focused on work is like I think they said it's like 11 to
Yep.
1 or something, or maybe it's 10 to noon, where you're just like you can like they did some study that was like 75% of like when you're at an office job, you
Yeah.
get all most of your work done between like 10 to 12. And then like 3 p.m. to like 5 p.m. is like your brain's like off. You're like I'm dead.
They
Hmm.
also said that from 11 in the morning is the time that your brain actually is fully awake. I didn't know
Hmm.
that. I
That
was
makes
like, whoa. I guess that makes sense because at 11 in the morning, for some reason, when I'm at work, I'm tired as shit, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? I'm not tired anymore. Let's do this. I was like, it's definitely not the caffeine I just consumed. No, of course not. Definitely, it was just my body. Yeah, for sure.
That does make a lot of sense, yeah. You
No,
know what? I was actually thinking the exact same thing because here's what I'm thinking, right? When
mm,
it's 11, like when it's 11 a.m., you're up, you're ready to start the day, you're trying to be productive. You're
it's like
thinking, I
midday.
gotta get this work done. I gotta give this person access to this folder
Yep.
by like 2 p.m. today, or
Mm-hmm.
also my boss is gonna chew me out. But
yeah,
when it's 11 p.m., when you're all sleep dep no, I'm gonna use a better time example.
yeah.
When it's like 3 and
Oh,
you're in a
past
call
sleep
with your
time.
friends, you're all sleep deprived, you're
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
saying whatever comes to the top of the dome piece, and you're like, yo, what is the meaning of life?
Yeah, dude.
You're
You're not
basically like
thinking,
like dreaming.
you know what it is? It's not your brain talking, it's your mind, it's
What the
yourself.
fuck? What the fuck? What? Wait,
See, now you
whoa.
get it, right?
What the
I
fuck?
mean,
Oh.
they've also said driving tired is worse than driving drunk. So
Oh
does
yeah.
that
Oh
mean
yeah.
being in a call when you're super tired is basically being like drunk? And that's why we're
Yeah,
like, whoa,
man.
what
I
is
mean,
the meaning of the
Spencer.
universe?
Spencer, you heard the conversation we have at 3 in the morning. We practically sound like we're drunk.
Yeah, yeah,
That kind of answers your
fair.
question. But I don't know. Dude, that fucking blows my mind. It's not you thinking. It's your mind thinking. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck,
Yeah.
Jordan?
Your subconscious.
No, but I think you know what it is. 3 a.m. I feel like it's the time that you access your subconscious mind, subconscious part of your mind, right? Where you start questioning, bro, what the fuck am I even bothering working? What do I even why do I like think about it? Why did we even start working? Why did we want to work? Why did we even want to live a life like this? And nobody wants to live like this. Like no. Why do we do it? It's like, bro, what the fuck are you on? Are you good? Get some sleep, man. But it's
Yeah, man.
like have you guys ever like lay down in bed and then a random thought in your mind comes in? It's like, how many gallons of toothbrush does it take to suffocate someone? And it's like, it's random. But you're like, fuck, I gotta know. I just gotta Google.
Uh,
I just gotta make sure.
Yeah.
Dude,
At
I'm like
that
that
point, I just let
sometimes.
At that point, I just consider anything that comes to my mind as a valid thought. Honestly, it was a 2 a.m. thought that had me
Yeah.
delete Twitter from my phone.
uh,
have you guys
Yeah.
have you have any of those any of that kind of thought, Spencer? Nothing comes in your mind?
I've had thoughts of like, oh, I'm thinking of a song or like I'm thinking of a movie and I can't
Yeah.
remember the title. But I
But you
like don't Google it. I'll just like lay in bed, just like
what?
try like going through my thoughts. Like, is it this movie? No, no, it couldn't be.
Wow,
Oh,
you
is it
trust
this
your
movie?
trust your mind a lot, eh? stretch your brain too much.
I mean, sometimes you just never figure it out, and then you fall asleep and you just completely forget about it. And then,
Like,
I don't know, it's a good way
I'll,
to fall asleep.
I'll give you something that is relatable, Spencer. I know you play a lot of like role games, like Dark Souls, that kind of stuff, right? You know how you would think like, what's the best? Like, have you ever had one of those moments where you finished it, when you finish playing for the day, you're laying down in bed, it's 2 in the morning, you know it's late, you should get some sleep, you have shit to do the next day, and you start thinking to yourself, fuck, I feel like I used the wrong stats. What is the best stats to go for my class? And you're like, fuck, I just gotta
Or
know. I just gotta know. Start reading forums,
no,
start ask for. No, you
Mm-hmm.
never had those.
no, I've never done that. I've thought like, oh, I wonder what the best strat because it.
Yeah.
I've been playing The Witcher, and there's a card game in The Witcher called Gwent, and there's
Okay.
an achievement for Gwent that's like score 187 points in one round. And meanwhile, like cards are worth like 6 points, and you only get 10 cards. So
Okay.
187 points is a lot of points. And I've been like I would like go to sleep and be like, okay, well if I play the card that's worth 8 points,
You
and
start
then I
doing
have
math.
a buff that gives like times two, and then
What
there's
the
another
fuck?
card that lets you draw two more cards, and then there's some enemies that play those cards, and it buffs your opponent. So like maybe I should play against that. And then recently I got a hand that was like 200 points
Oh
because
my
I like
god.
maxed it out and I did it, and I was like, yay, let's go.
Dude, what the hell?
But
Spencer,
I
the
don't look it
forever
up. I don't
strategist.
look it up unless it's like really hard or I just have no clue of what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys ever had one of those moments that you're expecting money and then once you check your account, you got more than you expected and you're just like fully awake because of that discovery? No? Just me?
Um,
I
Like let's say
think
not really.
let's
we
say for
are very
example, okay.
different people, and that's good that we're having a podcast like this because it really brings together the different perspectives. Well, just me and Spencer versus you, maybe.
Whoa.
And it really brings these sides of the world together. That's what I
Yeah,
really like
clearly
about this
apparently I'm the
podcast.
unique one. God damn it. The oddball
No,
out.
but you see, this is okay because we need people like this. We need some experiences to see on the other side of the fence.
I don't know. Like let's say for example, let's say the government say, "Hey, we're gonna send you this free $100." It's like, okay. Then the next day you check your account, let's say you get like 5 grand. Bro, if that doesn't wake you up, I don't know what will. Cause like, okay,
Yeah,
let,
but
let, let me ask you, what helps you get up in the morning? Like what's a good reason for you to get up in the morning? Like you're fully awake once you wake up. Think about it.
if I have to go to work,
No.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like an obligation. More like what would be like a good thing to keep you up. Like let's say for example, like tomorrow you're meeting up with, I don't know, Lady Gaga or something, or the Prime Minister or whatever. Like your excitement once you wake up, you're fully awake. Like when you get out of the bed,
but
you're
that's
like,
an obligation to go and meet with someone,
is
right?
it an
You set up a
obligation
time.
or is it a choice?
No, no. If you set up like, hey, Leo, I'm
Oh,
gonna
oh,
meet
if
you
you set it up,
tomorrow at
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
movie,
yeah.
that's an obligation,
But
right?
if it's like
If
a,
you're like, I am gonna go to the movies by myself,
okay,
there's no obligation, I'm gonna do that tomorrow, then
okay,
that's like that's a choice, I guess, because you don't have to do it. Like
hmm
you don't have to show up to a meeting, but then someone's gonna be annoyed with you, right? If you don't,
hmm
if you're like, I'm gonna go watch a movie tomorrow, and you don't do it, no one's gonna be annoyed with you.
if anything, I feel like I have
Um,
a hard time sleeping, knowing the fact that I have something important happening the next day. Or is it just me? Like I
No,
can't
that's me
sleep.
too.
Dude, I cannot sleep for like for example, if I'm picking up a new car from the dealership, there is no fucking way I'm sleeping. There is no way. As much as I would love to sleep, I cannot sleep. I'm way too excited
I feel like
and dude, I'm diagnosed with
keep going.
insomnia. That doesn't help.
I don't know. I feel like I don't get stressed easily. Like I still worry about stuff sometimes. Like if they're like, "Oh yeah, just call your dentist and make an appointment." I'll be like, I don't really want to call them right now."
Wow.
But like, I don't know. But also I'm like I don't really care. Like it's like, "Oh, there's a presentation tomorrow." I'm like, "Okay." Like I'm prepared, right? Like I'm like, I'm not
Yeah.
like in the moment, there'll be a little bit of nervousness, but I'm never like stressed about stuff.
Nah, I'm the
I'm fairly like in the moment person, I think.
I think I
Hmm.
agree in some certain aspect because it's like depending on my level of interest on what's happening tomorrow, I'm either gonna sleep no problem or I'm gonna have the hardest time to sleep. Because let's say I'm meeting my boss because they wanted to talk about my performance review. That is terrifying because it's like, but I did well on my performance last year. So does that mean I should be excited? It's such a mixed emotion, right? Because you just don't know the outcome of the situation. Or like, let's
Hmm.
say you're a business owner and you're trying to buy out this property that you need to expand for your business, and now you're going to meet the person selling the business, and you think, like is this deal going to go well, or is this really the trade that I want to do, or is do I even want to do business with this person? Like you just have that internal doubts, right? I wouldn't say even internal doubts, more like internal dilemma, because now you're wondering, fuck, am I doing this right? Is this the right thing to do? And it's this, fuck.
Oh, speaking of dilemmas,
Oh,
let's say, and this ties back to my like friend topic. Let's say you're like going to hang out with a friend, and they get in
okay,
your car, and they
okay.
smell really bad.
Oh,
Would
okay.
you say something to them? Like,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's not like they know like, oh man, I haven't showered today, and they're like, but they're just like, yo, what's up? Would you be like, yo, you kind of smell like dead fish or something?
I'll be like,
Like, would you just straight up tell them, or like,
okay,
I don't know,
dude.
or would you just be like, ah, it's okay, I can suck it up, and then you go out to the movies or something?
Nah, fuck that. I'm like, bro, listen, I'ma hang out with you the whole day. I ain't smelling you like you smell like ass, okay? Go take a fucking shower. I can wait for 20 minutes. Who gives a fuck about the movie? We can wait. It's
Okay,
fine.
okay. Now, what if it was a girl that you were going to hang out with?
I would
Just
have
not
said the
like
same
you're just
shit.
hanging out with. You would
Listen,
say the same shit. You
listen,
smell
I
like
don't give a
ass.
fuck what gender you have. If you identify as an attack helicopter, I could not care less. I would still tell you you smell like ass, you smell like ass. You know why? Because that's what kind of friend I am. I'm honest, god damn it. Like,
I
I'm
feel like
not.
it would be an obligation as a friend to tell someone like
Oh.
you freaking stink.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jordan. Let me help you with that situation if that's the case, right? If it's an obligation. Let's say your friend of yours is very sensitive. Would you still tell them?
Yeah.
Oh
That's even
shit!
better.
You didn't even
Okay,
bother.
You
but
that's an
now,
easier answer.
okay, but now what about this? What if it's like something like let's say they live in a house and there's like
Okay.
six cats in the house
Oh,
and they
what the
kind
fuck?
of smell like cat pee. Would you be like, "Hey, you smell pretty bad right now," or would you be like, "Fuck, I doubt they could like go in there like maybe it's their clothes that smell bad, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if it's something they can't really control?
Okay. You know what I would tell them?
Mm.
What?
I would basically tell them, bro, I know you're living with cats, but are you also fucking them? What the hell? You smell so bad, bro. Go buy some new clothes or some shit. Like, here, you know what? I'll do you one a solid since I'm a good friend of yours. I'll give you my old clothes, okay? I know they're pretty a little bit bigger than yours, but you know what? It's either my clothes or your clothes that smells like cat piss. If we're going to the club picking up ladies, this is not the way to go, okay? You know what we're attracting? Crazy cat ladies. That's what we're attracting. And I know damn well you're not into that. You love cats, but not those kind of cats. Come on, let's get changed. If it
You're
was a
looking for
woman, you know damn
cats,
well my
not
answer
sleepers.
already. You already know my answer, even if it was a woman. Come on, don't even have to ask. Would you, Spencer? Would you?
Would I?
Would you tell
I
your
don't
friend?
know. Like it I guess I'd like if it was one on one, I probably might, yeah. If I think that okay, here's the thing. If I think that I could change the situation with relative ease, then I probably would. If we're like in a hurry
Oh,
and we're about to leave and like we have to leave right now, I'm not gonna be like, dude, you smell terrible. Okay, let's go. Right? But right? Because it's like then they can't. Then
Hmm.
they just know they smell bad the entire time, right? But if we're just gonna go hang out and we're gonna go watch a movie at 6 and I'm picking you up at like 3 because we're just gonna like go to my house and
okay.
play, I'd be like, okay, maybe you should go take a shower or like change your clothes or something. right?
You gotta get the shower in a can. The one with
It's it's
SpongeBob.
it's like, yeah, if you can change the situation, or if you think you can change the situation, then you should probably say something. Because I think if you can't, then you're kind of just being rude. I don't
Mm.
know.
How about you,
But
Jordan?
maybe because I also feel like if somebody said, "Yo, do not put your arms up. You smell like your pits smell really bad." Right? Then I would like if I was going to like a rock concert, I would be like,
Okay.
"Okay, now I won't put my arms up because it will make other people's times worse." But if at the end of the rock concert they were like, "Oh my God, Spencer, your pit smelled so bad. Everybody around us was holding their nose, and you just made everybody else's time terrible." I'd be like, "Why did you tell me earlier?" Or like if I got home and my parents said that to me, you'd be like, "Oh fuck, maybe I just ruined everybody else's time."
Ah,
Whereas
who
like
gives a
I don't
fuck?
know.
You ruin someone else's experience.
That's
That's on
true as well.
them. That's their problem, not
That's true as
yours.
well. That's true as well. Would you say it to a stranger? Ooh, like if you
Definitely
were at
not. No.
Oh
definitely
yeah.
not. Like
Oh
even
yeah.
if you're at
I
like a
would.
concert or something
I
and they're
would.
like dancing with their arms up and then you can smell their BO.
I would.
No?
I would.
Leo. Okay, well
Listen,
that's the
bro.
kind of guy Leo.
Listen. That's just
Hmm.
typical me, okay? I point things out to people. I go to the goddamn gym, and I'm already exposed to
Yeah.
the craziest type of people. Hey, 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 where you going? Aren't you gonna put those fucking weights back? You just put them on blast in front of everybody. Cause it's like,
Really? You would do that?
yeah, of course, the fuck? Like, if this is what it takes for you to fucking learn your lesson, to humiliate you in front of the public, bitch, you did that on your own. I did not do this to you. You did that. We
It's
have,
parents who didn't embarrass their kids enough, I
it's,
think.
because if you think about it this way, when I go to the gym, there's rules in the gym. Like any establishment you go, there's a rule, right? Like if you're gonna
Right.
go to a shooting range, shouldn't you have the safety on? Yes. Like the fuck? Right? It's the same thing with the gym. If you use weights, put it back. If you finish using the equipment, fucking wipe it. Right there. It's not that hard. If you're gonna throw garbage, make it sure that it goes in the fucking garbage. It's not that fucking hard. I go to the worst of the worst kind of gyms. Okay, I go to Planet Fitness. People don't know. If you guys go to Planet Fitness, just search in Planet Fitness memes. You'll see it. Okay, you know what I mean. You'll see the craziest type of people. If I see you, and you don't put your weights back, and I already saw you going about to go out, I'm like, hey, I would literally yell, hey, like, where are you going? Aren't you gonna put the fucking weights back? And they would say like, there's two ways to go respond. They either do it because out of
Hmm.
embarrassment, or they don't give a fuck. They're like, ah, I don't give a fuck what you say. Fuck you. It's like
And what
common,
if they're
right?
like, what you gonna do about it?
What am I gonna fucking do about it, bro? I don't have to do shit. It's the fucking worker's job to tell you what they should be doing. But guess
No,
what?
but I'm saying like, what if
Hmm?
he threatens you?
Oh, what am, bro? I'm pretty sure I'm a big guy. I'm pretty sure I can handle myself. Like I'm not really much intimidated like physically by people.
Okay. But
I
what
don't
about
Maybe
know.
that's
us non
the
Hmm?
yeah.
Nah, yeah, of course. If he pulls a 9 millimeter, like I'm fucking running. You know what? You know what? You know what? I'll put your weights back. You know what? I was wrong. You're right. You're right. I'll polish it for you. I'll keep it warm. uh, just, just like you think my pride is better than losing my life? Oh no, hell no! Fuck my pride. I like my
No,
life. I'll live.
I think Spencer was saying non, as in like us non-buff people. Is that what you're
Oh
saying?
no. Let's say I
yeah,
just
like
started
should we
working
do
out.
the same principles as you? Or
I-
should we just
If I started working
yeah?
out, like what do you
If
mean?
you stopped working out and you were like
Yeah,
a small boy, would you
yeah.
still do the same thing and be like, "Yeah, fight me"?
I would still say it. Come on, you should be a better example than most people. What kind of example you're trying to show people? You're the bigger guy. Be the bigger man. Why are you
Scrappy
being the bigger
Chihuahua.
guy and acting like the little man? Come on, man. All that muscle, but you don't have a brain? I would still say it. Spencer, for the longest time you know me, I'm pretty outspoken. I don't care. I don't care what people say or think.
I think I guess I think that like I guess the weights is a good one because there's rules, right? But if
It's a
somebody
good weapon.
smells, but like if somebody smells, I think the now that I think about it, I think back to when I was in church
Yeah.
when I was really young. my parents would take us to church. Like I haven't been to church in so long, but
Yeah,
when I was really young, we would go to church, and I remember there being a homeless guy who would like come to our church. Like
yeah.
very rarely, he would come, and I remember walking by him, and he smelled so bad. And I was like, I remember telling my parents, like, maybe after we sat down, after passing by him, being like, oh my God, that guy smells so bad. And my parents were like, yo, that is so rude. Like, he can't help himself, right? Because
Oh,
What?
can't
he's
he?
homeless and he's got
Well, he's
mental
homeless,
problems. And,
right?
like, yeah,
I
he's
guess I
homeless and he's
context.
got mental problems. Like,
I
he
don't know
definitely
about
had
that.
mental problems. And
Ah,
I'm also a little kid, right? So, like, you have to justify it to a little kid that's just like, hey, don't be mean to people, right? And that's all you can really say. Like
damn.
you shouldn't. And so then I feel like now I'm like
Would you ever?
sometimes it's out of people's control.
All right, all right. Now, with that being said, put yourself in your parents' shoe. Like, would you tell your future son or daughter that, like, hey, you shouldn't say that because that's kind of rude, or you don't understand the
Yeah,
situation? What? Really?
Honestly, it's
yeah.
only for safety. Like, you never
That's
know when someone's gonna snap at you for saying the slightest thing. And I would not, I'd rather not take that chance.
See, that's the only thing I don't like about society is the fact that people have a voice to use, but they just choose not to use it because of the
The thing I don't like about society is that people freaking are
carry
strapped up at
guns.
all times. I'd
yeah.
rather not take the chance. I'm telling you.
There's stories of like New York where like man dies over other man saying, "Hey, your shoe's untied," and getting into an
What the
argument, and then
fuck?
he kills him. There's like
Jesus
there's like
Christ!
stories about that like people escalate shit like crazy. And there's
See,
also crazy people that are just have like mental issues and like my shoes are like why do you care about my shoes? Huh? What's your problem? And
see,
like,
this
oh,
is
Yeah.
why are you getting
why.
mad at me? Oh, well, you're the one
Listen,
who attacked me by saying my shoes untied. And like, I wasn't attacking you. And then they just like and they kill you. One guy kills the other. It's like
see,
holy shit.
this
Just don't
is.
talk to people. That I feel like stories of that have destroyed my faith in humanity.
Dude, this is why I love listen. There was a comedian. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Bill Burr or do you guys ever know Bill Burr is a comedian. He goes
Bill
like
who?
this. Bill Burr, very
Bill
funny guy.
Burr.
Oh, Bill
Yeah,
Burr, yeah.
this guy basically
Yeah,
said this is why we should have a chloroform system. The chloroform system basically is if you're in a bus, someone starts freaking out, if you're behind that guy, you should be the one in charge. Pull out that chloroform rag and put it right on his nose. That's how you deal with crazy people. It's like, I don't know about you guys. That guy makes a lot of sense. We should always have a handkerchief with chloroform ready if someone like starts fucking around. You just go behind him without him knowing. You just gotta. That's your responsibility now. You're behind him. You gotta go for it. Just go for the kill. You just shh. It's okay. It's okay. Just go down. Go down. Don't struggle. Don't struggle. Just accept it.
It's funny. It's funny.
Does chloroform actually work that
No,
fast?
it actually takes like
I'm
five
pretty sure.
minutes. No, it takes
Okay,
actually
yeah,
like
that's
Oh,
what
five
I
minutes.
thought.
It takes like cause I did cause for some reason I encountered like a clip where it's like it takes like 5 to 10 minutes. I think at most like 15 minutes to actually fully like take effect. But I also feel like it also depends on how much you smell, right? Does it? Ah, God
Yeah.
damn it! God damn it! It's one of those like 2 a.m. thoughts again that I have to
but
Google to find out.
maybe it's not chloroform, but I feel like there is definitely like gases or like liquid stuff that you could smell and it would knock you the heck out,
Hmm.
right? Like I feel like there maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I've watched too many movies, but like I feel like something like that has to exist, right? Like we can get knocked out just by
Yeah.
breathing CO2,
Okay.
right?
Well,
Like
so the Google said it takes at least
yeah,
5 minutes of inhalation of chloroform to render a person unconscious. For you to hold
okay. But
someone for 5 minutes of that person also struggling, bro,
you might
that
as well
alone.
just choke. You might as well just choke them.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
You'll be a lot quicker. You just incapacitate them,
Put them in a headlock and then knock
dude.
down.
When have you guys ever played that kind of game when you were in high school? It's like, oh, I can get away with a headlock, and you just put them in a headlock and see if they can actually get away from it. For some reason,
Nope.
when I was in high school, that was such a trend. It's like, all
Not
right,
like actually, just like guys being guys. I wouldn't say we like actually put people in headlocks, but I feel like that was also like when I was in like elementary school,
oh,
we'd
dude,
do
we did
that.
that in high school.
Not like high school. Like at high school, I'm pretty sure you'd like get into a fight or
I was
something.
a I was a chubby kid, and my teacher likes to pick on me in PE because I was a chubby kid. He keeps telling me racist shit like, "Oh, bro, you gotta eat more ulam." Like, bro, why you gotta tell me shit like that in front of everybody? Come on, I'm already sweaty, smelly, all this bangs on my face because I was emo. Like, come on, man, I gotta pick on the emo kid in front of everyone, like the jocks. That's
Hey, it
why I
worked.
get bullied.
It worked.
What's
It
that?
worked. You're not fat anymore. It worked. You're not fat anymore.
This is what I that's and people say that bullying is bad.
Hmm.
It's only bad because it didn't work for them. Those are the people that didn't work. You guys were ultra nerds. Okay, don't get offended, nerds. I was just joking. But I don't know. It's like when I was in high school, we would just put each other on a headlock, like really tight headlock, like they can really can't breathe and they start struggling, and we're like,
No,
should we
I never did that.
let this guy? I think we should let it go, man. Like his eyes are starting to like, like
Bulge.
yeah, like he's actually starting to panic. Like he's like tapping. That's how you know like it's over. Just tap. It's over. Let it
That's how
go.
you know you won.
Yeah. Like since I'm a chubby kid and I was very heavy kid, right? There is always that one big guy who looks like he's been working out for 10 years, even though he's only 13. And it's like, bro, all this fucking muscle, and I'm holding this guy and I'm really putting my weight on it. I'm not gonna lie, I start seeing red, man. I didn't want to let this guy go. I'm like, this fucking
Oh my
guy
God.
likes to show off. Like he's one of those like big loudmouth and just still like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, my family did this, my family did that, he gave me this, and it's like, I really want to put him in his place so fucking bad, dude. You want to really put, so I put him on a headlock and I try my best to hold on. It got to the point like he was stopping and people was telling me like, yo, you gotta let it go, gotta let it go, and I was like, dude, in my mind went blank. I just didn't want to let it go. I was just like, if I hold on for just a little bit more, it's just goddamn.
That gives me a good thought. So I talked about how long can you still be friends with somebody, but what about enemies? Like I'm
Oh,
sure there's people who
Mm.
antagonized you or like you
oh,
weren't friends with, like you disliked them or maybe they betrayed you, but like
I
10 years ago and you still like hate, like if you ever saw that person or they messaged you and you was like, "Hey, what's up?" Would you be like, "Nah, fuck you."
just straight up, fuck you.
Mm.
Yeah. Or
That's
would you be like if what if you ran into them at like a club or something, or like
listen.
at your job, like they are your coworker now. They just got transferred and they've been there like for 5 years. They got
Yeah,
transferred and they're your coworker. Would you be
dude.
like, "Man, fuck you," or would you like just be like, "Hey, let's let bygones be bygones"?
I have three stories, but I'm gonna let Jordan answer first because my stories I feel like it's gonna be very interesting. They're short ones, don't worry.
When you said that,
Yeah.
I was wondering if I had any issues like that. I know if there's been people like, I'm gonna make fun of you in class. I'm like, but I remember him working at some like Fortino's or some other grocery store. I remember there was another guy who was like, "Hey, I'm like the resident bully who kind of picks on everyone, just has a bad attitude." I think
Yeah.
I saw him on the bus just a few weeks ago.
Oh my
I
god.
wasn't exactly like super friendly. We just like fist bumped as like a we got
Hmm.
through that. Like we're past that. I get that.
Oh,
Okay.
you're
But
that's very hard to
like
do, man.
yeah, even just smaller things like that. Some things you can let go, but like others, no. And there's one that I'm thinking of in particular.
Mm.
I actually mentioned it like a while ago to you guys specifically.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah. If I'll do a very very quick summary
No, I love
of
the
it.
story.
So when I was a lot younger, there was a like I was walking home from school and These two kids, this was like grade 8, by the way. These two kids jumped me at like maybe 5 or so. There were a lot of people around, so they didn't do all that much. But man, it's really scared me. It freaking traumatized me. And then the next day, they come up to me and like, "Hey, I heard you got jumped." Of course, it was them, the two people who asked me. No one else was around. No one else from the school. So those two. Okay,
Knuckleheads.
one person there in particular,
Hmm.
I would definitely never want to see again. I wish I'm not the kind of person who wishes ill will on people, so I don't like I don't wish that on him. I just hope I never see him again.
That's fair.
Okay.
And the other person is a little weird because we used to be pretty decent friends before that incident. I don't really know what changed. I feel like I did see him sometime last year, and it was just like we know each other and that's it. There was nothing much closer than that because of that experience.
Yeah.
That other guy though, frick him. Hate that guy.
Man, man, what the fuck does that guy do?
It wasn't
Uh,
just me. Like from what I remember, he was just not a good person in general. I
ah,
don't know. I
God,
heard
those are
something
the
about like
worst.
a bad family life, but that I don't know. That's all I
That's
know about it.
inexcusable.
Yeah. All right, Leo, let's hear some of your
Oh,
stories.
dude, I have three stories. So, one of my first stories, kind of, this one is the shortest one. I like, I don't know if you guys ever go to the gym, and for some fucking reason, you just have this imaginary beef with this certain someone. Every time you see them, you just like glare at them.
I
Every
mean, I
time,
see a few regulars, but like,
yeah, yeah,
hmm.
yeah. So for me, it's like it's always the fucking guy who's the. I have my headphones on, and my headphones is pretty loud because I don't want. I just want to drown out everybody else's voice. I don't want to hear anyone else. Just want to focus on my workout. But this fucking guy is so goddamn loud with all his friends, doesn't return shit, and he thinks like he's the hottest shit. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, if you're gonna talk, go to a gay bar or something. Don't be here. Like, get out of here. Okay? Like them, where everybody's. Because the thing is, I'm not the only one who looks at them like that, right? Am I saying it's justifiable? Of course not. But at the same time, I'm not the only one in this kind of thing. Like, come on. So that was like my first story. I just have this imaginary beef with this specific person. He knows. He knows I don't like him. He knows because when he looks
So
at me,
it's not imaginary.
because he when he looks at me, because when he looks at me, I'm always looking back, like ready, looking at him the whole time. I'm just mad all the time. Like I would smile in front of, like I would smile at people. Like I would smile, like, "Hey, how you doing? Good morning. How you all doing today? How's the day so far?" That kind of stuff. But when it comes to him, fuck that guy. My second story is like I got screwed over really hard, and that person had the audacity to ask me if I hate them. I told them, listen, hate is such a strong word. Sometimes I wish that you don't exist. I'm not saying I hate you. I just wish that you don't exist. The last one was like, God, high school is just such a mine, like a gold mine of stories for me because I experienced so much in high school. All bad. Don't worry, all bad. But I find it very funny. So I was the biggest simp before the word simp even existed. I was that guy. But not the fact that, oh, I didn't understand what women wanted. No, it's more like I grew up in a different type of culture. My grandmother taught me how to be a gentleman. The whole fedora 9 yards, right? The whole neckbeard fedora emo kid. But it's like, oh, you gotta treat women with respect. She's basically like my grandma's basically the biggest fucking feminine, and she basically wants me to, oh, you just gotta respect women the way I see how you respect women, right? It's like, okay, what is this about? So she would be very strict, and then later on, got to the high school. Dude, I got taken advantage so much by my quote unquote friends that are girls, cause it's like they know I can't say no. They know I can't say no. So I would be a fucking human pack mule. I would carry everybody's bag. I would be tired from playing basketball and they say, "Hey, we're kind of thirsty. Can you buy us some water?" With my own fucking money, I would buy 24 cases of water, walk to the store, carry it back all the way to the basketball court, just because I believe at that time, "Oh my god, this is the only time I'm going to get a girlfriend."
Wow.
God
Damn.
damn, I was so fucking stupid, dude. Oh my god. Looking back, it's like, yeah, Spencer, you're right. I got bullied, but at the same time, I learned my lesson. Don't be a simp.
Yeah.
Don't be a simp. The only time you should be a simp is to the right person. It's the only time. And even then,
True.
it's hard. Because how do you actually deem someone the right person? But yeah, those are my stories. Hate is such a strong word. That's why I always tell people, if you don't like me, get in line. You're not the only one. The fuck, you're not special. That's why I don't even bother when
Yeah, but
people
if you
don't
ever
like me.
interacted with one of those people,
What's that?
like if you interacted with one of those people nowadays, would you still be like
I would have
mad
said the
at
same
them or
thing.
like,
I would have said the same thing.
hmm?
I'd be like, oh, must have a bad day today to see a person like you walking around the streets. The fuck? No one gave me a
Oh,
warning. What is this? Where's Batman when you
you
need
really
him?
hold grudges then.
Oh, I don't hold grudges. I just told you. I just wish some people don't exist. The
Mm.
world when people say, "Oh, the world would be a greater place when you're not around." Yeah, the fuck you mean? Of course, that's why I exist. Why the fuck would I want to not exist? The world would be so boring without me. You're telling me you're going to enjoy your life without me? Oh, hell no. I don't want that. Fuck your joy. Like, okay, I'll give you guys another example, right? Like exes, like bitter exes, right? People that, let's say, cheat on you, left you, or ended the relationship in a bad way. Like,
Mhm.
do you think you can forgive those kind of people, or do you hold grudges towards those people?
No, I could probably forgive them.
I think so.
Mm,
I could probably forgive them because like time heals all wounds, right?
Yeah, but they also
Like
leave
I
yeah.
haven't
emotional
obviously
scars.
I haven't been betrayed to like the nth degree, but like for small stuff, I think you can let it go. But like I haven't been betrayed like hugely. It's just like
How
small.
Hmm.
about you, Jordan?
So I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I don't really have anything that's that big to worry about. But again, it's just like a luck thing, honestly. I
It's
haven't
a
had
luck
to
thing,
deal with anything of that. Like for me to not have anything all that serious really happen in my life.
dude. You guys are
Is it
lucky.
luck or is it skill difference?
It's luck or what?
You're just skilled at choosing partners. Just skill
I,
difference.
you know
Yeah.
what it is. Do you honestly believe in luck? Do you think luck exists? Think really
mm,
hard. Do you honestly believe in
Yeah,
luck? What's the
yeah.
difference between luck and
I
fate?
okay,
Do you
fate
believe in
like
fate?
don't get me like I don't care about fate. I I subscribe to the concept of luck. I love it as a concept.
Okay.
But I think that actual luck is hard to define. Well, unless it's like things that are traditionally lucky, like winning the lottery or like even getting like the last. No, never mind. I think that luck is definitely kind of real. At least if you consider what happens to you to be lucky. Like getting the last piece of cake at a store, that's lucky. Like I went to what is it?
But wouldn't that
Hot
be
Topic
also
the other day.
considered like a coincidental,
Yeah, I wouldn't really consider that luck.
right?
I think because like
Could be
I don't know.
coincidental.
I don't think that's a good example of luck, but I guess then nothing really is luck. Like,
Okay, okay.
hmm,
How about You stand right
Okay.
beside two other people, and the two other people got struck by lightning, and you didn't get struck out of against all odds.
But maybe their sneakers have like metal plates in them, or like right? You don't know. It could have been luck, but it could have also been that they were slightly taller and there was slightly more metal fabric in their clothing. But then again, you could say, how would you know who has metal fabric in their clothing? So you're just lucky that you bought from a store that uses less metal, let's say, right? So I wouldn't technically say that getting struck by lightning was luck, because luck doesn't really exist in the universe by itself.
Oh
I
shit.
think our actions like create luck, right? Because if you're
Okay.
like, let's say if you buy this T-shirt from H&M, there's enough metal that you would get struck by lightning instead of this other person. But if you bought your T-shirt from Old Navy, then you wouldn't get struck by lightning. Obviously, it's lucky if you bought from Old Navy and not H&M, right?
But
But the universe doesn't say, "Oh, they got struck by lightning. You must be lucky." It's lucky because you bought a different because of a different
mm,
set of factors, in my opinion.
I don't
You
know.
trying to explain that luck is not real. Oh, we never know if he got this shirt from Old Navy or Urban Behavior. Me trying to explain that luck is real. Dude, I'm so glad that I didn't get struck by lightning. That's such a coincidence.
Hey, the probability is endless, man.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
God, this is why I hate the word luck and
That's
luck
why I
and
love
fate.
the word luck.
It's like you found the money. Oh, feeling lucky. Maybe just go
Exactly.
in.
See, now you get it.
I got 100 today. I
let
got
me give you
luck.
this 5 paragraph essay on why it wasn't luck that you found the money. It was actually because you have better eyesight. Because the person draw. Because yeah, no, I get it. And luck is just easier.
Yeah.
I was lucky.
It's just easier to say.
Yeah, why
Oh,
the
we
fuck
could
go
think
through the
of a
problem of explaining something? Just say I'm just lucky. Fuck.
yeah.
That guy could have knocked me out, but guess what, motherfucker? I was lucky enough to knock him out first. Not like
No,
I was
that's
an
skill difference.
opportunity
That's
There's
taker.
skill.
skill.
That's skill difference.
What? What? That skill different? God, I don't want to have a debate
Yeah.
about luck versus skill. There's no such thing. No such thing. Okay. Let me ask you. Which one do you think is a lot more
Okay.
important? Skill or talent?
What?
Um,
How do you
well,
define that?
skill.
Like
Yeah,
let's
skill.
say you have a talent for fixing car and you have a skill for fixing car.
Skill. You can only be
That
born with
doesn't.
so much talent, but skill is something that anyone can work on for any given time.
I don't know, bro. Like talent for me is like not you're just naturally born better at it.
I don't think you can really. I don't know. I don't really believe in natural talent. Like
Oh, no?
there's like name me somebody who's naturally talented.
Nikola Tesla.
Like what? Yeah,
Nikola
but
Tesla.
okay, but here's the thing. There's like you don't see the thousands of hours or hundreds of thousands that he studied and all of that stuff, right?
Okay.
You only see, oh, he created this thing, right? It's like I don't think that like somebody is just naturally born. Like there's a really good book by Malcolm Gladwell that is Dave. Is it David and Goliath? No, it's the other one. Um, oh crap, I can't remember the title now.
It's fine. That book.
It's yes, it's that book, but it's all about people. It's basically like, are people really lucky or really talented, right? That's basically like the argument of the book, right? Is it because somebody has like super IQ that they get to be really successful, or is it kind of just like, hey, they were really lucky? And so one of the examples he uses was Bill Gates,
Yeah.
right? Founder of
Definitely not a
Microsoft,
talented guy.
and did you say definitely really talented?
Nope, he was definitely not talented, that's for sure.
Oh, why not? He created Microsoft.
He didn't create Microsoft. He bought it from someone else for $50 as a college project. I know the whole history.
Okay. Well, he was in a school. He was in a private school because his family was rich, and he got access to like early computers for programming, and he was able to have a more like he basically knew more about computers than like most adults at the time because he had access to this like universities thing because of a member of his school's one of their parents like worked for some company that supplied the universities, and so then they said like, oh, let's also let my kid's school, and Bill Gates went to that school and he was able to like know about computers because of that. And it's like, is that skill? Like, no, that's luck. But also, there was thousands of other kids at his school. He's just the one who put in thousands of hours on those computers. So it's a combination of like luck and skill.
Hmm.
Most successful people are just a combination of luck and skill. And then they brought up this like one kid who had like some obscenely high IQ. I can't remember what it was. It was like crazy high. He was like really really genius level of smart, except he came from like a super poor family. He had to support his brother. He had to like do all of this like crazy shit and work like 5 jobs, and he basically never got to go to school. He's still like he's basically like university, well, I wouldn't say university level smart. I'd say like he's smarter than most university students, but he never went to university. And it's like basically like luck versus talent, and they're like, yeah, like obviously you need both, but like luck is kind of better, honestly.
God, the whole concept of luck and skill.
Well, I mean, luck is like I was born into a rich family. I'm lucky. Beat that.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess I guess you already have the opportunity to be better in life without even trying, right?
Yeah, right? Like I feel like there is I mean, I don't know too many people who are born on this like slums in like Africa
Oh
that
my
have
god,
become
dude. Could
versus people that are born millionaires and
could
then
use a
stay
different
as
example.
millionaires. No, but like would you say that's luck or skill difference? Like that's probably luck in my opinion.
Ah, God, I hate this topic. I hate this
Well, then
topic.
maybe we should just end the podcast and
You're right.
start a new topic next week.
We could, yeah. Because I was
Okay.
supposed to go to bed soon anyway.
Oh, hey, they're not supposed to know that we're about to go to bed. I mean, this is the middle of the day in a hot summer season.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We're on
Podcast.
we're in Cancun, I think. It's probably like 2
Not you guys.
p.m.
Do you guys not hear that wave? Whoosh! God damn it! Ah, they already know we're
Uh,
from Canada. Ah, go find us. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be that hard.
it'd
Anyway,
be hard to fight you for sure.
oh yeah, for sure. Anybody have final thoughts? Any advice or any kind of given things that you want to tell people they should know, or like a fun fact or whatever?
Oh, okay. Here's a fun fact. What's the opposite of love, Leo? What do you think the opposite of love is?
That no,
Death?
no,
No.
hate. I'll go with hate.
Hate, right? Most people would say
Yes.
the opposite of love is hate, but
Mm-hmm.
that's not true. The
Oh,
opposite of love is indifference.
damn.
Yeah. That's
But
something
isn't
to
that the
leave with
same
the
thing
audience.
as the what's the difference between complete and incomplete? What the fuck?
No, so like love is caring about something a lot, right? Hate is caring about something a lot, but you just dislike it, right?
Okay.
Whereas indifference is I don't care about this thing at all, right? So like loving something and hating something are like just a step away from each other. But loving something and completely being indifferent about something,
Yeah.
those are completely opposite.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with hate and love.
Yeah. It's a lot
Linking is so
simpler.
much more complicated. Well, I guess that's what
The
makes it called
world's
fun
a
fact,
complex
right?
place, okay? All right.
How about you, Jordan? Got anything last thing to say?
mm, I would say no. I already said what I wanted to say at the end of our last episode's podcast or last podcast's last ep-
All right.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Last episode.
You know what?
So check that out if you haven't watched it already.
I'm gonna,
Listen to it already.
I told myself that at the end of every podcast, I have to give like a relationship advice, and this is my advice for this episode. Listen, don't ever lose yourself trying your best to not lose that person. Think about it. Don't
Mm.
lose yourself trying your best not to lose someone or not to lose that person you're trying not to lose. I'm sure they'll figure it out. Well, I know it's complicated. I know it's confusing, but whatever.
I
It
have an
is what it
anime
is.
recommendation last week as well. Last week I recommended Fury. This week I'm recommended Solo Leveling. That one's really good.
Oh, dude! Oh
Mm.
my god! I gotta watch that. All right, let's get out of here. Goodbye, guys. See you guys again next week.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Yeah, see you guys. Bye.
Bye.